Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Kia Motors America, Michael Sprague.
All right, good morning everyone and welcome. Kia always goes big in Chicago and this year is no exception. And as usual, the soundtrack comes from some of the best musical talent that this town has to offer. Pulling from jazz and blues roots, Honey in the 45s has been called the sound of Chicago. But the band isn't here just to set the mood. They're here to make a point about how ideas can evolve and the way one spark in a place like the Windy City can change the landscape forever. You see, back in the 40s, the bluesmen of Chicago altered history when they plugged in their guitars, added drums, and electrified the blues. This more dynamic and amplified style gave birth to an entirely new sound, and it's one that still resonates today. But what does plugging in a guitar have to do with Kia? Well, this morning we'll be plugging in for the unveiling of 3 new electrified and electrifying vehicles, including our first EV for the US market. At Kia, we believe great design should be available to everyone. And today we'll demonstrate Kia's unique ability to marry that philosophy with alternative powertrain solutions and the kind of thoughtful, user-friendly packaging that's hard to find in today's green scene. With a long-standing commitment to doing business in an environmentally responsible way, Kia is not new to the party when it comes to being green. In fact, Interbrand ranked Kia number 37 on their list of the best global green brands. They cited our green manufacturing practices designed to minimize harmful emissions and water usage, as well as the use of recyclable and eco-friendly materials, including biodegradable plant-based products. When our first hybrid vehicle arrived a few years ago, we made a bold statement that style doesn't have to be sacrificed for the sake of efficiency. And after going on sale in 2011, the Optima Hybrid quickly set a world record for the lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid gasoline vehicle. It traveled nearly 8,000 miles using less than 6 tanks of gas and averaging an astounding 64.5 miles per gallon. Pretty remarkable for a first effort. And last year, the hybrid model contributed to Optima setting an all-time single nameplate annual sales record of more than 155,000 total units. And now, after carefully updating the iconic design and adding new amenities to its conventional counterpart, today we're proud to share the refreshed 2014 Optima Hybrid. The Optima Hybrid received a number of performance upgrades last year, making it more powerful and more fun to drive, while a more compact lithium polymer battery freed up even more usable trunk space. And now we've wrapped those upgrades with a fresh new look. The 2014 model year has new front and rear fascias, which are exclusive to the hybrid and help make it more aerodynamic than the Toyota Prius. Kia's signature grille has been updated with a new insert, and there are now unique LED lighting elements in both the front and the rear. And lighter 16 and 17-inch wheels reduce the unsprung weight and help achieve a combined fuel economy rating of 38 miles per gallon. The interior has also received some significant improvements, including a redesigned instrument panel and a larger 8-inch color touchscreen. The center console and door panels have taken on a new look as well. The new white interior package is also available for the first time. Add it all up, and the 2014 Optima Hybrid delivers a harmonious blend of European-influenced styling and efficient performance. It'll be arriving in showrooms across the country in the next few weeks. Now, the Optima Hybrid is just one element of our long-term strategy to concentrate on quality, strengthen the brand, and elevate the ownership experience. We're very proud of the measurable progress we've seen in all 3 areas. Last summer, Kia entered the top 10 in J.D. Power's initial quality rankings for the first time, ahead of German, Japanese brands like Audi, BMW, and Nissan. We also moved up in Interbank's ranking of the top 100 global brands, ahead of companies like Ferrari, Starbucks, and Harley-Davidson. And in the most recent J.D. Power Sales Satisfaction Index, we made the biggest improvement of any mass market brand. But what really sets Kia apart is our willingness to challenge the status quo. We certainly did that last year with the Cadenza, which quickly set a new standard for the brand and attracted new and more affluent customers, many coming to Kia from traditional luxury brands. This spring, we'll offer the ultimate expression of our challenger spirit with the all-new K900 flagship sedan. With its advanced technology, superb craftsmanship, and premium materials, we believe you'll never look at luxury or Kia the same again. Even before its arrival at Kia dealerships this spring, the K900 made a big impression this past Sunday in the Super Bowl. Take a look.
Let me tell you why you're here. It is the world of luxury that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
We just want to get our car.
Take the blue key, you go back to the luxury you know. You take the red key, and you'll never look at luxury the same again.
This is unreal.
No, it's very real. This is what luxury looks like. This is what it feels like. And this is what it sounds like.
Nessun dorma, nessun dorma, ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà, vincerò, vincerò.
Opening people's minds is what we do at Kia. And now we've got another vision for shaking up things in the green space. Remember the Chicago blues story? That new sound that originated here would go on to influence musicians around the world and eventually return from overseas in the hands of masters such as Eric Clapton, Keith Richards, and many more. This next vehicle also comes from across the Atlantic. It was penned at our European design studio, and we think it could one day find a home on the streets of Chicago. Please welcome the Kia Niro concept.
I see a red door and I want to paint it black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head before my darkness goes. I see a line of cars and they're all painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away, like a newborn baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door and it must be painted black. Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black.
Making its first North American appearance, the Niro concept arrives with a compelling design and a hybrid drivetrain story of its own. The Niro suggests at a possible B-segment contender in our future. one that's ready to take on city environments with equal parts style, capability, and advanced technology. It has the looks of a Paris-Dakar rally contender with an athletic stance that promises a great driving experience. This nightfall paint, which contrasts sharply with a brushed stainless steel roof and ice cube headlight clusters. Inside the Niro's butterfly hinge doors, you'll find lots of anodized aluminum, carbon fiber, and volcano black leather. Now, you might think that Niro looks like a designer's imagination run wild, but it's not a pure flight of fancy. In fact, its powertrain, for example, incorporates a variant of the turbocharged 1.6-liter engine currently seen in the Forte 5 and the Coupe, good for 160 horsepower. The engine and 7-speed dual-clutch transmission serve the front wheels, while an electric hybrid system delivers up to 45 horsepower to the rear wheels for extra power and four-wheel drive grip when you need it most. And while it's merely a concept at this point, Kia does have a history of delivering production vehicles that closely resemble concepts that came before them. So you never know. So that's the Optima Hybrid, the Kia Niro concept. Now, what about the EV alternative? On the south side, the Blues were known for being raw and raucous. And today, you could say the same thing about electric vehicles. Except for a few high-end exotics, most of the options in the segment don't put much emphasis on good looks or real-world functionality. But just as there are no rules in writing blues-based chord progressions, there's nothing to prevent great design from being combined with EV efficiency at an affordable price point. The Soul EV does all this and more. It shares the Trackster-inspired look of the totally transformed Soul, and it's here now to electrify the EV segment, just like Chicago electrified the Blues. You guys ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here now is the world debut of the 2015 Kia Soul EV.
I feel the moon hitting the blacktop just like a fuse, making the night so hot, forget the truth. Until tomorrow, I'll be your Hughes, you'll be my hollow. All I know is you stole my eyes and was quick at your stone, cause you put it down there. All I know is you pull me through, I don't wanna see nothing if I ain't seeing you. You're the yellow stars up in my silver sky, you are a make my blue eyes bright. All of the lights went down when you came with me. Now there's a million diamonds that I just can't see. Make my blue eyes make my blue eyes blind. You set me straight just like an until we lay, caught in the afterglow, my world was gray, like all the others until you came and showed me colors. All I know is you stole my eyes and was packaged to stone, cause you put it down right. All I know is you pull me through, I don't wanna see nothing if I ain't seeing you. You're the yellow stars up in my silver sky, you are a ray, you even make my blue eyes bright. All of the lights went down when you came with me. Now there's a million diamonds that I just can't see. Make my blue eyes make my blue eyes blind. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kia's Vice President of Product Planning, Orth Hedrick.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The Soul EV is our first ever all-electric, zero-emissions vehicle for the U.S. and is the centerpiece for Kia's Clean Mobility program. This is a global car that will be sold in markets throughout the world And we've engineered the Soul for a group of growing eco-conscious buyers who are totally into technology. And if you want to talk tech, there's plenty to chat about, like a battery that stores more energy in less space than nearly all others on the market. And more importantly, barely intrudes into the cabin space. But first, just take a look at it. It's got all of the regular Soul's attitude with EV exclusive elements, starting with the floating roof look from the distinctive two-tone paint scheme, and also features a number of unique design upgrades specific for the vehicle, including projector headlights, LED positioning and LED taillights, and a lightweight EV exclusive wheels mounted on super low rolling resistance tires, good for reducing friction an additional 10%. The distinctive grille includes 2 charging ports with all 3 options for plugging in, including a level 1, a level 2 AC charge ports, as well as a standard level 3 DC fast charging port that can recharge the battery to 80% in as little as 33 minutes. We've partnered with 3 top charger companies to offer Soul EV customers a choice of home charging stations. And as an added convenience and value, Soul EV owners will be able to recharge for free at select Kia dealerships. Now, the heart of the technology story is a state-of-the-art 27 kilowatt, 360 volt lithium-ion polymer battery that delivers a number of performance advantages. The battery minimizes intrusion into the Soul's interior while still delivering an estimated real-world driving range of 80 to 100 miles. And in fact, we're seeing over more than 100 miles in some of our testing and evaluations. The battery is designed for maximum safety as well, with gel electrolyte and ceramic cell separators for greater thermal stability. The front wheels are driven by an electric motor that produces 109 horsepower and a very responsive 210 pound-feet of torque. To further enhance this efficiency, the Soul EV employs Kia's 3rd generation regenerative braking system, which recaptures up to 12% of kinetic energy to help extend the driving range. Now, many of you have already experienced the big upgrades we've made in terms of dynamics, premium materials, and NVH reduction with the 2nd generation Soul. And the Soul EV adds even more eco-friendly environment while retaining flexibility and 91% of the cargo space of the gasoline-powered model. The bright white trim is unique to the EV and brings a modern twist to the center console, the instrument panel, and also the door panels. The cabin uses an impressive 10.9 pounds of environmentally friendly materials across 23 different parts of the interior, including bio-based plastics in the door panels, the headliner, and also the seat trim. Even the carpeting is right in tune with the environment. In fact, the amount of green material is unprecedented in the industry. If you need further proof, the Soul EV is the first vehicle in the world to receive validation from the Environmental Division of Underwriters Laboratory for bio-based organic content. But just because it's green doesn't mean it's stripped down. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Standard amenities include navigation, a backup camera, Bluetooth hand-free connectivity, and an exclusive HVAC system designed to minimize driving range. And we've also developed a special EV services for our award-winning UVO infotainment and telematics system, specifically tailored for an engaging and interactive drivership experience. Using a smart free phone app, you can start your heater or air conditioner remotely, and that's a huge advantage because you can preheat or pre-cool while the vehicle is still plugged in, saving your battery for the drive ahead. The app also helps you find EV charger locations, track your charge status remotely, and even start or end a charging cycle, all from your smartphone. With its standout combination of style, capability, and efficiency, the Soul EV is poised to shake things up in the industry. Scheduled to arrive in California and Oregon showrooms in the 3rd quarter, and expanding later to New York, New Jersey, and Maryland in early 2015. So there you go, the Soul EV, proof that cool things can get even cooler when you add electricity. And now, to wrap it all up, please welcome Michael back to the stage. Michael?
All right, thanks, Orth. Great job. All right, when the Soul first arrived on the scene in 2009, everyone at Kia believed we had a hit on our hands, but we didn't realize how big it was going to be. And now with the Soul EV, we're changing the tune in the green segment by combining zero emissions and the ability to move 5 people in both comfort and style. And like its conventional counterpart, the price of the Soul EV will be music to your ears when we share details later this year. Now, the city of Chicago has played an important role in the history of American music, and today it played host to the largest ever showcase for Kia's Clean Mobility program. So now we invite you to enjoy Honey in the 45s, and come on up and take a closer look at everything we've shared with you today. Thanks for coming, and enjoy the show.
You ask me where I've been, scared I'm getting gone. My mind's been skirting around that